Only in a video game, right? Hockey in the NHL series has one major advantage over other sports titles, as it provides non-stop action for the gamer, delivering jaw-dropping hits and then 2 seconds later celebrate as you're making the goalie look silly. And NHL 23 provides that unique rush in a multitude of ways. But considering it's the second offering from the series on the newest generation of consoles, considerable leaps are still expected. So with that, it's time to go over NHL 23 and see if they gave returning gamers enough of an improvement or prove the latest in the NHL series is nothing but a cash grab. Let's get into it. One of the biggest things NHL 23 advertised was the improved presentation. Now I will say they delivered on that. The game takes full advantage of the power of the system when it comes to presentation. Crowds do a way better job of coming to life during games, fully immersing you into every action that happens on the ice. On-ice graphics make a return as they never get old when I see them. Stanley Cup celebrations are fun and different camera angle goal replays keep everything feeling fresh. Although these replays are specifically only for goals, which is disappointing. But while taking one step forward, they take 2 steps back with the ridiculous change of making online presentation, which is shorter for obvious reasons, permanent throughout every game mode. So we can't fully see one of the things they hyped up. And with this move, basically attacking offline gamers for no reason, and taking a sledgehammer to the side of franchise mode. My first Play Now offline game, I saw the glow sticks in the crowd, so that was cool. Then I was instantly on the ice, like word? No goalie comparisons, not gonna talk about how great the Flyers are? Then when I check around in the settings, you can't even change it. They gave us online presentation settings for offline, y'all. As far as gameplay, minor improvements have been made all over the ice, but none bigger than the addition of last chance puck movement, which is a natural progression from the constant losing of the puck, and that was that for you, the game has always been. By now double tapping the shoot or pass button as you're skating towards a loose puck, you now have the ability to extend the possession by trying to shoot or pass to a teammate with a selection of different animations new to the game on an otherwise dead possession. As a result, this has made the gameplay more fluid, extending a lot more possessions for the offense, while most importantly not being gimmicky or overpowered from the games I have played. For passing, there's a bit of difficulty when it comes to passing, only because the game does not let you pass through well-positioned defenders with any type of consistency, which is good. If they're in the passing lane, that's that. Deflections are alive and well in 23, making you a lot more cautious when you do decide to pass to a teammate, which makes one-timers feel well-earned when you do get that pass to your intended target. But computer goalies have come to play, making one-timer heavy offensive approaches not as reliable game to game due to their amazingness and very human goalie controlled like saves. It makes it even more annoying when you have a one-timer chance but the computer AI will not move to the other side of the net. Come on people, work with me. I do love with poke checking, they do slow the defenders down and make you think twice as to when to do it. And pokes from behind aren't as reliable and you will get a penalty if you're a little loosey-goosey with it. But you're still able to consistently become a poke check demon if you can time up when the opponent exposes the puck, otherwise with little repercussions. And I also love how alive the puck feels bounces around the ice. You don't get the feeling it gets stuck to any one person, as they can lose it anywhere at any time. Now as far as game modes, the mode that is hurt the most by the permanent condensed presentation is none other than franchise mode, where full presentation thrives. So I'll never understand that decision. I will say the customability before you start your franchise is NBA 2K-esque. I'm really impressed with how deep you're able to get with the options that are presented to you here. You want an 8-team league, you can do it. You want 152 teams, bam. All right, not 152. But this appears to be the only bright spot when it comes to franchise mode, as it also weirdly doesn't have an all-star game or Winter Classic. And again, not having a super in-depth presentation package basically buries the mode before you even dig into it. And it hurts it so much where gamers can't even enjoy their 10-man custom league properly. The biggest addition to Hockey Ultimate Team is the inclusion of female players. So we now have the ability to have mixed gender teams, which adds even more customization to the mode literally built for it. But that's where it starts and stops as far as big changes to HUT. I would say sadly, it is quite refreshing not having NHL's Ultimate Team all in your face like the other sports titles. Although I did buy packs with the pre-order items I received and was able to put together a pretty decent squad for the time being. As for that Be a Pro mode, it's still majorly lacking, especially compared to the offerings of NBA 2K and MLB The Show. And it doesn't seem to be a priority for the studio, judging by the lack of update to the mode in general. And lastly, we got World of Chill. Being able to play cross-platform is scheduled to make a debut in this mode in HUT later this year, so that's something to get excited about. The appeal of Chell is being able to customize your player to your liking and quickly dropping into different types of games with your friends or randoms. That will always be fun. Ones is as hectic as it sounds and non-stop fun for everybody as they run around like a chicken with their head cut off. And threes with two randoms will help you work on your patience with people, hoping they pass you the puck at the right time. The free-for-all feel of the mode is very appealing to those of us who aren't interested in the highly competitive side of the mode and just want to survive off a diet of dropping games and ones. Now, usually fans are so quick to call a new game basically the last game with a 0.5 added on to the end. But NHL 23 is probably one of the first where I could say they deserve that honor. As a longtime player of the games, gameplay-wise, I would recommend the game as I feel they've made a bunch of minor improvements, with the biggest one being the last chance puck movements to where it keeps the gameplay fresh enough. But with little to no improvement in most of the other game modes, if you already have 22, I would wait until NHL 23 is on sale before you get it. 2 years into the newer consoles, I expected better, and maybe that's my fault. But with that, I give NHL 23 on PlayStation 5 a 6 out of 10.